Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are in a full-on chill mode here. We absolutely need to regenerate manpower and deal with the rebellions that are ongoing over here. So that is the current goal for the moment. We do have some people who have joined into a coalition against us. There's a few of these, including the Timurids. They're a bit of an issue for us right now, but I don't think they're actually going to be an issue. We are allied with Jaunpur. We're allied with Nogai. We should have some friends here. I believe we're allied with Hormas still, too. Yes, we are. Okay, so we have some friends that should help us bulk up, although I was looking at Jaunpur here. They are currently also weak, so we'll see how that ends up going. We do lose the Siege of Ro over here. That was only a 7% chance. That is unfortunate, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. So we're going to head on over this direction. We're losing money right now. That's not shocking. We could invest in an idea here. Minus 33% reinforce cost is actually very interesting, especially when you consider that we're on Miltech 10 right now. We could go to Miltech 11. That's no longer ahead of time. But colonialism is a thing, right? We want to get colonialism. I think we're going to grab this. That will help our reinforce costs significantly. And so that is absolutely great. I'm actually going to leave these guys here because we don't want them to get attacked by these guys. That would be unfortunate. Delhi rivaled us. Okay, cool. That's fine. They can definitely do that. So we're just going to head in and eliminate these guys. Now that that's under control, we'll start up a siege out over here. We'll take back these areas. This will all be fine. Khorasani separatists out over here. Okay. Awkward timing. No doubt about that. So I'm going to shift consolidate here so we don't get rid of our zero strength regiments. We're going to split off some zero strength regiments, and we're going to send this single unit of infantry out over here. Okay, so we're going to go grab Kashmir back. Perfect. These guys are going to have to be repurposed as soon as we can. So next, we need to send these guys over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these in here. It's going to be a little awkward here for a little bit. We're going to head on over this direction. We can grab our efficient tax farming. We have no subjects, so this is still the best place to be with regard to that. Our war exhaustion is dropping, and that's good. It absolutely needs to. Now, we're not making progress on this siege with this level of troops here, right? We need 6 regiments here. We're going to have 5.1. So this is not going to be making any actual progress, but this force is also not strong enough to deal with these rebels, so we're going to head off and deal with them with this force. Although, in retrospect, maybe we should have split this force in half. But all of our manpower is currently going here. So that is definitely noted. We can set an agenda here, and that's probably not a bad idea. What do we have available here? Manpower recovery speed for just letting the war exhaustion drop. Honestly, I really like this idea. So the war exhaustion is going to drop passively over time. It'll take it some time to drop. It is currently going down by 0.1 monthly, and that'll definitely take a little bit of time. So we're going to hop over here. While we were fighting there, we had a tick happen, and so this is now at 5.7k. Unfortunately, that's not enough to get this siege progressing. We're just holding the status of the siege for right now. So we're going to take back this area. Cool. There we go. And now we're going to walk back over here. Things are just very awkward for us right now. We had some Kazakh separatists up over here. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shift consolidate us, and I'm going to... We need to let these guys finish their movement. We're going to split off 3 of these regiments, and I'm going to move them down here. And we're going to exchange those for 3 almost empty regiments. I'm going to go with these here because they have enough to actually move. So we're going to move them up over this direction. We'll have them meet up in Talus. That'll be fine. And we'll head up over that way. Actually, it's slightly awkward pathing, but it'll be fine. Okay, so this is the way that we're going to handle this. We're moving some forces from this army into this army while not changing our number of regiments. We did finish up a corps, and that is very good. That will help our overextension. We're going to finish a lot of corps very shortly. So that's great. Once those finish up, that will significantly help our situation here. Baluchistani separatists down over here. Okay. Not too much we can do about that. We have our fort there, though. That'll keep them busy for a while. So that's absolutely fine. No significant issue there. So we're going to be grouping up over here. And down over here. Ottomans declared war on Austria. Okay, that's cool. And we're going to head on in up over... Actually, they're going into Almaty now. So we're going to head up over there. No issue whatsoever. Bribes are growing more accepted. That's kind of rude. So our corruption is currently at 0.5, and that's going to cause us significant issues. If we're at this position, overextension, increased serfdom. So we do need to have this be at least, like, here. We don't currently have a huge amount of overextension. We did just finish up a bunch of cores, and that will help matters significantly. So that's absolutely great. We're going to continue this siege here, and we're just going to do battle with these rebels. Phenomenal. And that reinforced tick went in down here. What are we gaining right now? 713? Okay, noted. Keep in mind that number is still significantly reduced by our war exhaustion. So that's 13.9% reduction in our manpower recovery speed. That's also almost 14 national unrest. So yeah, we're going to have some issues here. No doubt about that. If we take a look at our overextension, that's now down to 6.4%, so that is looking phenomenal. We can make a state down over here, which we will absolutely do, and we will core all of those provinces. Cool. So those are now full cores, and we're going to need to head down and eliminate this unit. The question is, will there be more rebels between now and then? Absolutely, there will. So, honestly, taking out these guys is a slightly higher priority. They're not going to get separatism because of the fort here, so that's absolutely fine, but we'll get these eliminated for now. Yeah, they take over Yarkand. That's to be expected. These guys are sieging reasonably well. That said, we might be able to win with this force. We would be defending in the mountains if we get there in time. We'll try it. Okay, that's awkward timing. So we're going to have to go around this way then. Okay, definitely awkward timing on that one. But we'll just give battle up over here with these Yarkand separatists. That's okay. And we absolutely win that one. Artillery combat ability, that's nice. So we're going to gain some separatism over here. That is expected. We're going to hop down over here and try to do this. There's our second core, or rather our final core, finishing up. We're going to make that into a state, core all of those provinces. Phenomenal. There's a few more that we can make cores still, so that's okay. We'll see how this goes down here. I'm not necessarily holding my breath for a victory there. It would be nice, but this is a dicey one. We will be defending in mountains, so we might win this. Unless they finish their siege before this. That would be an unfortunate roll. They did not. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Phenomenal. If they had finished this roll, we almost certainly would have lost this battle. So that is good to know. We're just going to continue to crush these for right now. Ooh, that's really convenient. These guys just moved into Delhi, who is looking to eliminate them defensively. So that's great. Delhi eliminates our rebels for us there. That is phenomenal. We are really, really, really happy about that. So we win this battle up here. Looks great. And we can continue to core some of these. We do still have a lot of rebels brewing up here. Chagatai Khanate. Where are these? Up over here. Okay, yeah. That's reasonably expected. Okay, what would be the supply limit down here? 25 here? Yeah, I'll just leave these guys here for now. We can seize land, and we definitely should do this. So we're going to seize this. Phenomenal. And we're still working on bringing that war exhaustion down. We could reduce this by spending admin power. Wait a second. This is diplomatic power. I thought that war exhaustion was admin. I'm wrong about that. We may want to do this. Diplomatic power is a lot less valuable. We are behind time in dip tech, but we also don't have colonialism. How is colonialism doing anyway? It's slow. It's definitely slow. Okay. We could do this. It's an interesting idea. I'm not sure that we want to, though. I think we're kind of okay with just chilling right now. So there's a Chagatai Khanate, and they are right up over here. Unfortunately, this does not border this fort. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So separatism there unless we get there in time. We'll see. We will see if we get there in time. It looks like we do. Fantastic. So that's absolutely great. Okay. Russia just declared on Nogai, who is calling us in. We are in no place to do anything about this. No place at all. Persia did join it. Miltech 11. Russia's Miltech 12. I mean, if we were at full strength, we could do this. We could defeat Russia at full strength. I suspect. They're 2 Miltechs up on us. That would make things rough, but we have a decent numerical advantage. I think we have to decline this, though. I think we're really in no position to do this. I'm sorry, Nogai. I'm very sorry. But we really can't do that right now. We really, really can't. I would be delighted to fight Russia under most circumstances. But honestly, them crushing Nogai is not the worst thing here. As long as we can fight Russia later. We'll have to push in over this way, maybe get some allies with like Poland, with the Ottomans, something like that. That would be the way to go. Honestly, the Ottomans would be really good for that. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. For right now, we are really not in a position to fight Russia. Really, really, really not. We just can't at this moment. So we need to let our manpower regenerate as the biggest thing here. I do want to potentially spend some of our money on, not development, on buildings here. Okay, only the one mosque that's... Oh, hang on. Get out of here. Not that one. This one. Okay. Only the one mosque that's really valuable to build right now. So we can bank up the cash, get workshops, things like that. That's reasonably fine. And of course, we can toss some money at rooting out this corruption, which is absolutely okay to do. We don't have a lot of corruption. We only got half a point there. So that's really not too bad. Ooh, that's a lot of base tax. And we have some extra gold right now. 86 ducats for 6 base tax is actually a really, really solid deal. So we're going to take that. That is absolutely going to pay for itself eventually. We'll absolutely take that. Lose 3 war exhaustion in exchange for an inflation. Or we could just lose a war exhaustion. Either of these would be good. I want to check in yearly inflation reduction of 0.1 here, but he is very expensive. We could go with this production efficiency guy, though. How much do we get out of production? So he would be worth about 0.57 monthly, approximately. So we'd be paying about 1 gold a month for an admin power. I do think that's worth it. I'd like inflation reduction. That would be absolutely ideal. As far as military goes, national manpower modifier, this guy might be worth it too. I'm going to get him going. And then we are going to lose the 3 war exhaustion here. I want to lose the war exhaustion as quickly as possible. Keep in mind, that's 30 months worth of war exhaustion reduction. We can always drop our inflation with admin power if we want to. Not that I want to right now. But we can always do that. So that is an option. So I'm going to move these guys over to Samarkand for now. We've almost got this force regenerated. We need about 22,000 men to fully reinforce our armies, and that's looking solid. Now, we are losing money right now, and that's not shocking. That's not shocking at all. But this is due to rooting out of corruption. We're currently 1 year away from finishing out our rooting out of corruption. And we can actually afford this. So that's fine. I'm going to enable these guys drilling. There we go. Since we aren't going to have any significant rebels for a little bit anyway. A little bit. We definitely do need to continue to bring down our war exhaustion. No doubt about that. But it's coming down by default. This is okay. Nogai is going to lose territory to Russia here. We're basically resigned to that fate. There's not really anything we can do about it. We're not in a position to fight Russia. So, yeah, I mean, Nogai definitely loses this, but being 2 Miltechs down is definitely rough. That is basically because of colonialism, right? Russia's got colonialism. It's still spreading to us. So we could absolutely move towards legalism and gain some admin power. We're a little low on our legitimacy, but that is understood. That's not really too shocking. 14.1 on that still, huh? Okay, well, gaining a half point of inflation for 50 dip power is interesting here. Mostly because we have to judge that against our war exhaustion, right? So we can spend 75 dip power. So this is 2/3 of a reduction of war exhaustion. That's definitely an interesting way to look at it. But I think that our inflation is high enough right now. We're going to use caution. It's diplomatic power. I'm not too concerned about that. So for now, that's reasonably fine. Yarkand wants military access. We're actually going to allow that. Who are you at war with? Literally no one. Okay. Well, that's awkward. Sure. I guess that's fine. So we're currently 83 months away from our war exhaustion going away naturally. I think we are going to reduce this somewhat. How far do we want to reduce it? Honestly, down to, like, here. That's where I want to reduce it. Spending that diplomatic power is a little awkward, but it should be reasonably fine. Timurids embrace colonialism. That is going to be very helpful for us, and yeah, we can see Nogai's fully occupied there. But we certainly do want to have colonialism continuing to spread into our territory over here. So we would like to take over the rest of the Timurid territory. And we'll see what happens with this Nogai war. This is going to be over very soon. We're not surprised about this. Nogai is basically a buffer state with Russia, and that's fully expected. So we're currently gaining 902 men per month. Yeah, our manpower is definitely improving. We're actually making money now because of our war exhaustion reduction, and that's phenomenal. Do we want a land maintenance modifier reduction? Honestly, I think we're far enough behind in Miltech. We need to get Miltech. Absolutely. Nogai canceled our military rights access. Yeah. And we'll see what ends up happening, what Russia goes for out of this war. We definitely want Nogai to be a bulwark, but Russia chose their timing well, and we were just in a really bad position for Russia to attack us. Or rather, to get into a war with Russia. Especially without the help of people like Jaunpur, right? This was not going to go very well. We're 2 Miltechs behind. We had basically no troops at that moment. There was no way. The question is, will Nogai continue to exist after this war? It'll be an interesting question, for sure. So, we're going to start seeing our manpower gains go up. Russia's asking us for military access, and the reason they want that is to go down to Persia. Now, they could go through the Ottomans, but there's no way the Ottomans are going to give them military access. Are we interested in them going to Persia? The answer is no, we are not. Now, I am going to improve relations with Russia. They're up to 84k? Okay, they've vastly expanded their military. Gotcha. Bamanis just rivaled us. That is, of course, these guys down here. We just completed our estate agenda, so our manpower is recovering nicely. That's excellent. So Bamanis is rivaling us. Okay, they're not actually anywhere near as strong as we are. I do want to check in on our land force limit here. 51 out of 53. Okay, noted. So I am interested in continuing to expand out our cannon in particular. That is going to be fairly important. Checking in here, we're still at a 25 combat width. Okay, so we're done with our corruption now. That's no problem. We are nearly done. Uzbek just declared on Nogai. Okay. I wish them luck with that. Printing press now exists. Okay. One thing we might want to consider doing is boosting our stability for additional institution spread. Our big problem right now, of course, is it's just not really spreading in our territory very much. We've got this location, and we've got this location, and that's literally it. Those are the only locations it's currently spreading in. That will change, but honestly, attacking Nogai ourselves wouldn't be a bad idea. I would like to come down here and put this general back in, or put a general back in, and we'll get drilling there. Perfect. But our manpower has recovered reasonably nicely. I think that we're in a pretty decent spot right now. We can now see that these guys, who were at 14 unrest, are now at 3.3. So that is a significant improvement. Where is that? Down over here? Okay. So what are they upset about? War exhaustion, 0.69. Okay. Non-accepted culture, intolerance, separatism. So the separatism will decay. The war exhaustion will decay. So that's going to be like half of this. Legitimacy is not great here. No doubt about that. Okay, yeah, I mean, non-accepted culture is a pretty big one. We could definitely look at, let's see. This belongs to the same culture group as Uzbek, so it's giving us reduced penalties. We could, however, promote Punjabi as an accepted culture, and I think that's not a bad idea. We can promote 2 more. I think Kazakh is not bad. This is 9% of our population. So we'll do that, and we could do more, but I think the rest of this is relatively okay for the moment. So that looks reasonably fine. We could also spend some military power to gain legitimacy, but like I said, we're far enough behind in our Miltech. We really do need to keep our Miltech ticking forward. So that is indeed the exact goal at this moment. So now the question is, how much is Russia and Uzbek going to take from Nogai? Bengal wants military access. We're probably going to decline that. I don't think we're particularly interested in that one at this moment. Ah, 3,000 manpower. That's a solid one. I like it. Out of curiosity, what are we at for our piety right now? 95? I like it. This is good. This is boosting our tax power and manpower modifier and reducing our tech cost. So that sounds absolutely phenomenal right now. And we could definitely think about getting a diplomatic advisor. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab this guy. Local unrest reduction? Yeah, do it. Sounds good. We can also convert some provinces to Sunni, and these are going to take a while. We might not be too interested in that just yet. Something's not right here. And it's specifically that we need 1 unit of infantry here. Right, we had 1 get stack wiped. So that's right, we can definitely get that in there. No problem. And we eventually want to bring our cannon count up, right? For now, I'm just going to put in 1 cannon into each army. It's not a lot, but we'll get that going for the moment. There we go, that'll do. Now, I'm thinking about our land force limit here. That's still going to be a thing for a bit. I want to check our autonomy up over here. Okay, yeah, very high autonomy up this way still. Ah. Okay, so we now have borders with Russia. They're no longer hostile to us, though. They're currently neutral to us. We're going to keep improving relations with them. Nogai is here now. Their truce with us ends in 1552. So we're probably going to vassalize Nogai. They're just a single province. That definitely is something we should do. We should also go after Uzbek pretty soon and try to make our way up here and, like, cut off Russia. That would be ideal. The problem with Russia, of course, is they're pretty powerful compared to us. No doubt about that. Are we taking attrition down here? Yes, we are. Okay. So we're taking attrition here. The question is there anywhere around here we can sit and not take attrition? And yes, is the answer. There is. We can sit right here. So we'll do exactly that. Phenomenal. Nogai is asking us to give them 65 gold in exchange for favors. Actually, Nogai would just accept vassalization. Okay. So in that case, I'm going to pull these guys back from Chagatai. They don't need to be there. And we are going to come on over this direction. Now, we can't offer them an alliance right now because we recently dishonored our alliance, but they would accept a royal marriage. And we'll certainly do that. And we'll also look to improve relations with them. But it'll take a bit before they have this recovered, right? No doubt about that. So we'll improve relations with them. Looks like we can diplo-vassalize them, so that sounds absolutely great. We'll need to keep an eye on Russia. But for now, Russia's looking reasonable. We could potentially think to ally them. I'm not 100% sure that that's going to go well. Now, we do need to start thinking about another war soon, and we should probably mothball these forts to save the money. So we can certainly do that for the time being. We're not going to have significant unrest at this point. Kerman still has a little bit down over here. So the question is, what is the issue here? Non-accepted culture, intolerance, legitimacy. Yeah, the normal. Okay, so that's all fine. I'm definitely interested in attacking the Timurids. They are still in the coalition against us. So that's 70 AE. Sind is at 43 AE, and they're in the coalition against us. They actually should leave that. Delhi is at 52. Okay. So on the year tick, that coalition will probably go away, and we can start thinking about attacking the Timurids. That will be the idea here. We will be thinking about attacking the Timurids. We've rebuilt our manpower numbers reasonably. And I do want to get Nogai vassalized. So that'll be great. Losing a stability for 10 prestige is not really worth it. I don't like to lose these ducats, but that's fine. We did end up losing our master recruiter, which is sad. But we could grab this land force limit modifier guy as soon as we have the cash, which will be just a couple of months. I think that's okay. Like next month, we'll have the cash for this. So we'll hire this guy. Cool. So we're going to recall our diplomat from Russia for now. They're at 64 opinion right now. They're not interested in an alliance, mostly because of our army and navy strength. Fair enough. We'll get there. We're working towards Miltech 11, and how's colonialism doing? Ah, yes. There is the military coalition falling apart. I actually expected that to start next month, but it started now. I'm not entirely sure why they decided to do that then, as opposed to when Delhi decayed below 50, but sure. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's completely fine. Now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to work towards vassalizing Nogai, and we're also probably going to think about attacking what remains of the Timurids over here. It's very likely that we're going to go for that. We do have Conquest CBs on all of this, so that is absolutely great, and we'll get that taken over relatively quickly. Baluchistan, Jampur, and Sindh. That does make things tough. If Jampur wasn't in that. If Jampur wasn't in it. They have 8 reasons not to here. They're allied to the enemy here, of course. So that is definitely a problem. We'll see what ends up happening with that. We might be able to get these guys. They're still at 0 manpower. We might be able to catch a time when they would not be willing to do that. So we'll see how that goes. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.